Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Tahir Moore.
And I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this is another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary. Very special guest in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Couldn't do it without her. She's a content creator, show creator, producer, director, mom, graphic designer.
Let's go.
Event coordinator.
Pillow maker. She made a fire pillow.
Mechanic. Gardener. Green thumb expert. It's not much she doesn't do. What? I would mess up the rest.
You said producer?
Huh?
You said producer?
I said producer.
Okay,
sure. Special contact with what is it? A guest communications. She's a booker.
I be doing a lot of booking.
She does it all, ladies and gentlemen. Hippie Goes is back in the house. Miss Watkins, if you're nasty. Ow. I'm doing my own sound box.
My last name online. No.
now you do.
No.
Only if you're nasty, though.
Only if you're nasty.
That's why no one notices. It's up there. I actually posted a reel that showed like my credits on the end of different shows and stuff because no one ever knows what I do.
Yeah.
I'll just be there.
Ninja producer, man.
Yeah. I'll be working though. I'm not just there.
That's like Herb the Spectator. Herb be at all the events, and nobody knows what Herb does, but he promotes all the events.
Herb the Spectator. That's a cool little
He has some
secret
interesting
name.
hair.
He does.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are some, since you in the shadows making all this stuff, what's some exciting stuff coming up?
I am excited to keep working on trying to get season 2 of 2 Bite Rule.
Hey.
So I've been hitting a lot of people trying to get some sponsors because that's a big deal.
Get Cleo to eat the food.
Oh, yes. So Cleo does have a lot of allergies, but I've talked to Cleo like you've got to try more food and also getting more foods that kind of work around his allergies.
Oh, for sure.
The great thing is he's not allergic to shellfish, but he's allergic to tuna. Which is such a
weirdly specific.
Weirdly
tuna
specific.
allergy.
And just tuna, not other fish.
Tuna, but we had sardines one episode, and I just said, don't even eat it, because he goes, I don't know, he won't eat a lot of things.
What? Because it's close.
Because it's close, and he had tried it before.
Yeah, usually if you have like a fish allergy, it's like all fish, or shellfish, it's like all shellfish. But like tuna specifically, it must be something either that the tuna eats.
I think Martin is like that too.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah.
He's
Mark, they're both on the peanuts, so there was like no peanuts on
peanuts,
set when we were shooting because Mark has allergies. Yeah, so anything that he does. So there's that, and then you had these guys a couple episodes back, but the show How to Nerd podcast was my brainchild with Roxy. Because I have a 9-year-old and I'm just over the age where a lot of that stuff I would have watched when I was younger, like Dragon Ball Z or Power Rangers and stuff like that. And so I was just a little bit older and watching other things and doing other stuff then. So now that he's watching it, I was like, I need to know all these things, what he's watching, what he's into. And I started watching something he can't watch, which was Demon Slayer. And I was hitting up all these people to ask a question, and Roxy's the one who answered me.
Oh.
And she's always been really good with like getting back and answering all my nerd questions. I was like, oh, this is a show. Like for those of us who don't know what we're doing, like if I jump on another nerd podcast and they're just talking about people I've never heard of, I'm like, I don't know where to go from here. like start me off slow. So
ease
Roxy,
me in, coach.
Yeah, ease me in. So that's been super fun.
It's a very good idea. I think that like, especially with the term nerd, like you're either scared to do the stuff because you will be a nerd, or like people don't talk about how intimidating nerds are. Like you go on a lot of podcasts that have to do with like nerd stuff. It's very intense. They're very deep into it. They're like, I just passed episode 1000 of One Piece type stuff, and it's like it's almost like if you weren't a nerd from the beginning, you got no shot.
Yeah, you ain't got no. Why you in this conversation, my boy?
And then they'll be like, yeah, you don't know what happened at the end of One Piece. No, I don't. So it's cool for bite size.
It's really good for that. And then I'm a nerd in a bunch of other ways, just some of those things I just was never privy to, or I didn't circle back, but now I have a reason to. And so now I'm trying to, there's nerddom that I'm very, deep into, and there's other things that I'm still learning about. So
like what?
Yeah.
What are you nerd for?
Well, I was like the kid in school who was like, finish with my test first, pencil down, waiting, looking at everyone, helping the teacher pass out papers. I would literally take home, so the books they would finish using that year and they're getting new books. I would take those old books home and like do homework over the summer.
Wait, like that self-assigned?
Yeah, I would take the books and just have fun with them. It was just fun to me. I could write in them now. I could do whatever I want because they were going to be discarded.
What subjects were your favorite ones?
Well, I love math.
I was gonna say if it was math, I'd be
Shit.
Girls be good at
but
math.
I do love math, but during that time, like that's when I was like elementary school, middle school. It would be like the spelling. I would write a lot of stories. I remember it was Sam the Spider. So I would like draw. I read a lot. I loved reading, and I could go into the library and like I read that whole shelf. I read that whole shelf.
Damn.
So
in the
that's
summer-
a wild flex.
Yeah,
That's
in middle
insane.
school and high
Cat Williams,
school.
what's up?
The whole
3,000
shelf?
bucks a year, y'all. No, but I would say I've read all the shelves. So for the summer, what I would do was volunteer at the public library. In my town is very tiny, but I would just go in there, hang out, and put books up and read books and sit
Can you
on the
imagine
floor.
if you also like Dragon Ball Z? You'd get destroyed in these streets.
Man. Jeez.
You are also watching Pokemon like us?
When did Pokemon come out?
90s.
90s?
Yeah,
I
it's
was
all
so
90s.
the 90s encompassed the decade of the 90s. I was in middle school, high school, and college.
Oh, you were all of
So
them?
yes, so my college graduation date would have been 99. So so that encompassed all that time. So yeah,
You were
I
busy.
think I was busy, and it definitely didn't come out. Like in Living Color, A Different World.
Yeah, it was
Freshman,
other things
Martin,
to look
all
at.
these things
Yeah, it
were
was
out,
other things to
yeah.
look at.
So were
Yeah.
you a nerd in the 80s then?
Yeah, I mean those were like prime nerd times. Transformers, Care
Transformers,
Bears,
yeah,
Voltron,
Smurfs.
yeah, everything. So
Thundercats.
I don't know. I was
wouldn't say
in the
prime.
country running around, but we had like Nintendo first coming out. We had
Damn.
Duck Hunt. We had the little running pads you had to run
Duck
on,
Hunt.
like all of that stuff. Yeah, so
Duck
we could
Hunt.
only play for a little bit, and then we had to go outside. So we couldn't sit inside like kids
Yeah.
do now.
Oh my God, it's
Hey,
crazy.
Those are the rich kids now.
The things that have changed so much. I got to talk about this too, real quick. A lot of people, this has been going on for a year, maybe a year and a half now. I've been receiving an email like this. It says exclusive interview. Dear whoever, right?
Damn.
This is to hear. No, it doesn't say whatever, but it'll just put their name in.
Oh, okay.
This is to hear more management. The punctuation always tells on people, right? To hear more, not to hear mores, apostrophe yes, to hear more management. We are happy to invite you to participate in our online podcast event, which is hosted by To Hear More. First of all, that's
What?
dumb. Okay,
They're
You're
asking
invited
you?
to your own
There-
event.
no, this is another one that somebody sent me. This has been going on for a year and a half. They are sending these out
To other
to
people.
other people, and then people are hitting me up like, "Yo, is this from you?" Because it says in a podcast session we would discuss the ups and downs of life struggles in life. The best thing about your passion, the captivating narratives spun by authors and writers. It reads like AI did this, or somebody that has English as a second language wrote
What?
this.
AI would do
We're
better, I
pleased
hope.
to offer you a $3,000 compensation for your participation in the podcast
I'm
episode.
showing up to hear. Where is it?
Right? So I'll get this stuff, but then when they follow up, I guess when somebody confirms, they're asking for their Facebook information. Once they ask them for the Facebook information, they take their account.
Oh, they send them a link that they
Yeah.
click on. Oh, no, I
Yes.
don't do. The phishing is real out
Yes.
here.
So
I do not click
let
on
me
stuff.
say it on this podcast because I've made a video about it.
I
I
didn't see
will
that.
never
Whoa,
send
me neither.
anyone an email about that. I reach out old-fashioned way. I'll inbox you. You can actually go to my page. It'll be me or it'll be me and Hippie. Okay? It will never just be my management that's doing that. And if it is my management, I will be CC'd on the email or
What's
the
the email?
message. You will never get nothing for compensation in that first email. Compensation is negotiations. That's never going to be in the first email. If you're getting compensated. Well, I'm letting you know right now, it ain't gonna be $3,000.
Oh my god.
What's the email? That's crazy.
Probably one of those ones that's like DXY
Something crazy.
XZ225.
Yeah.
That's the
Gmail
first thing you
dot-
got.
yeah,
Are,
check
any,
that.
Yeah.
are
Always
any
check
of
that.
your parents at the age where you're trying to talk them down from these phishing? Like, don't click that. They're like,
Nah.
who is this? What is this?
I
Have
don't
they
think
got
so.
My mom
anything?
just
Yeah.
discovered emojis.
Hilarious.
What's
she
your-
overuse them?
What's your text message looking
Oh,
like?
ridiculous.
She overuses them?
Yeah, sometimes. When she is on an emoji kick, she will absolutely overuse them.
What's the big ones that are fake versions of you?
Oh,
Which
those,
one?
the like avatar type of, or the memojis for the Apple. They're called the
and it
emojis.
looks like you.
Yeah,
and they're like big.
They're called
You make
emojis.
yeah.
My dad is so good at those. He just sends those all day, and
That's
sometimes he'll
funny.
be a green alien. I'm like, how are you doing this? I don't know how to do any of that.
Man, I like the ones where they do them emojis when they actually send messages.
Oh, you can do a video with it, and it'll open its eyes. I don't like sticking out my tongue with the emoji because you can be like a giraffe, a shark, and I like to see.
I don't know if I'm old, but
robot.
I don't like any of that stuff.
What?
Not even
When people send me the memojis and all that, I'm just like, okay, how old are we?
what are we doing here?
Like
so you
this
haven't
right
designed
here?
yours yet?
Pat?
Oh yeah,
Oh no, I
Yeah,
designed
that.
one. I
Yeah,
made
that.
one.
you have it.
But they'd be
Yeah.
like full body now. It'd be
Oh,
like
I ain't
up to
never
the
seen
waist. Yeah. He'd
Oh
be
shit!
Oh, to the waist. Okay.
I ain't never.
That's
I
not
ain't
full body.
I'm
Half
not, I'm not
body.
hip to that.
Okay. I was like the Bitmojis do the full body.
They do. Yeah.
I know we got some stories. But I had just thought of something. I wanted to ask y'all. And I want to hear Pat's thing. I was talking to my homeboy, and they have him on one of those "Are we dating the same guy?" pages on Facebook.
What is that?
So on Facebook, they have these groups like, "Are we?" and it's usually city or state specific. "Are we dating the same guy?" And they'll post a picture of this guy. Hey, he told me his name was this.
Damn.
This is what my experience was like. And other people chime in like, "Yeah, this is my experience." All this type of stuff. So they got the homie on there, and everybody's saying thing. Like if he sent me all the messages, everybody's saying thing is like, he told me he don't have enough time. He got kids and work is crazy and all that. And all the chicks are like, yeah, he told me the same thing. He told me the same thing. He said he was, whatever his situation is that. And they was like, yeah, he told me the same thing. He told me and that's basically the whole thing. Like everybody's coming on just saying that. And one chick was like, he asked me to drive 30 minutes to come give him a hug. But nothing's like, he asked me to send him news. He was hounding me for sex. Nothing like that. Just like, yeah, he told me the same thing. He's like the absurdity of them to post me on here when they all got the same thing and nobody is saying anything wrong that I did, but they just wanted to like put me on blast. He's like, I was up front with them. I told them I didn't have a lot of time because I do have kids and my job is crazy right now. He's like, and I'm still getting dragged because
What's
of
the
this?
hug part though?
Yeah, he was like, well, I had just met her.
She has some big titties.
Right,
Like,
right.
what was it?
He
So
probably
he
was
said-
saying it as a joke.
Well, he was saying we had only talked twice on the phone, so I wasn't gonna ask her like to smash. He was like, so like just come on over. He thinking like, hey, you give me a hug. If you drive over here, you give me a hug. We gonna talk, and then we get to know each other. It might lead to smashing, but another chick was like, he just stopped talking to me after he asked me to send a picture of myself. He was like, she was ugly. He's like, all the pictures online were blurry. I couldn't see her. I asked her to send a clear picture, not a booty shot, just a clear picture, and I wasn't interested. Am I
She
supposed to
should've
let
known.
you?
This
With
is
that
dating apps.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, he sounds honest and consistent in what
Yes.
he's telling
He does.
everyone.
That's it's a green
They
flag.
just don't like that he didn't like them enough. But if this is a dating app, I don't like when a guy asks me to send him a picture. But guys who have met me in person have asked me to send me a picture. Bro, you see me in person, number one. Two, there's a whole bunch of pictures of me online. Like, what is this thing with men? And maybe y'all don't do it, but y'all know that dudes do this.
Yeah.
They will just be like,
There's a subliminal. If they know what you look like, there's a type of picture they're asking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
There's
think
a
they're
per-
asking to
there
see
wa-
a little something.
No, they be asking for a regular personal. They just want their own personal picture. Like,
Yeah.
this is special to me.
Like you're
Every-
gonna print it out and put it in your wallet.
No.
Right, it's really
It's
weird.
not. It's
It's a personal
it's
picture
a
request.
personal achievement type thing. So it's like, all right, let me
So
see if I can get
strange.
this. And then let me see if I can get
Okay.
this. Let me
Yeah.
see if I
I
can get
get
this.
it.
It's more about the acknowledging of their requests
I see
and
that.
then actually accomplishing that check mark
so
or that goal,
That's
right?
still kind of weird, but
It's
Not
weird.
smart because women have
Yeah.
been so vocal about how that's where a lot of niggas get cut off.
Right.
They just don't like it. A lot of times they're just chilling. They're not done up. They're just like, no, I don't want to send you a picture. But some dudes are like so hounding about that
Right.
they fuck it up.
And I got a lot of guys will ask for a specific picture for them, right? Like not one
Yeah.
that you post on Instagram.
Yeah,
they want
that's
you to
how
take
they
a
say it.
picture in
Yeah.
the moment.
Yeah.
So weird.
Or like, let me get a picture for your contact card. Like, just grab me. No, I want one for you. I want, the special.
Talking yourself out the draws.
Or just any type of communication at that point, because that's strange.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
What is the in a perfect world? How should someone communicate that they are not looking for something serious, just going with the flow. Because I don't know if there's a proper way to do it without somebody. Ultimately, somebody on one side is going to catch feelings, I feel like. If you end up rocking with each other for long enough, it's going to happen. And then when it turns sour, one person will be like, well, you led me on. It's like, no, I told you from the beginning. We both agreed that that's what it was. It's just,
Story of my life.
yeah.
Every fucking time.
It's funny because it's true.
I thought honesty was the pivot that would end all pivots. That shit didn't work at all.
You need a contract or something
Nah,
for these people to review.
Pat
because
needs to do.
People like to lie to themselves. So even if
That's
you're
the thing,
being
is they don't
honest
know
with
themselves
them,
well enough.
yeah, that's very true,
Yeah.
Cam. Because you can be honest all day, but they'll lie to themselves.
I'll change him. I'll change his
Exactly.
mind.
Or
Yeah.
he'll like me soon. I just gotta we'll just stay in there. He'll like me eventually.
Yeah, or like
That's
Cam said, they don't know
manipulative, too.
themselves. They think I can handle this when they really can't. And instead of
Yeah.
evaluating themselves and taking that time to get to know themselves
trying to
and know
blow
what they
your
can
shit
handle,
up.
they just want to do it so much that they'll just do it and then say, "Oh, I can handle this," and they can't, and they're
Yeah.
just being dishonest to themselves and the other person.
And then they get hurt, and then because they feel like you're the one perpetuating this feeling that they're feeling, they're gonna blame you for it, saying you were leading them on when it was actually them leading themselves on.
right.
Sometimes people do that. Sometimes people are like, well, I don't know if I can do it. I'm willing to try. But when they try and they realize that they can't do it, then instead of saving face, they want to place blame on someone because well, I went with this because you said you wanted to do this, versus like, well, I knew this was the only way I could keep talking to you. This is the only way I can keep you in my life, and I tried and I can't do this shit, and you just led me on. Like, no, I didn't lead you on. We did what we said we was
Well,
gonna do.
maybe.
That's
I mean, don't y'all like? Okay, I think what the issue with me specifically, I can't speak with anybody else. But when I'll make it very, very clear up front, and then at some point that happens, and I'm like, but I said, and they're like, but you did.
You're
So
doing
it's like,
all the
I'm
stuff
doing
that a
boyfriend shit.
Yep.
But it's like, I don't know if I like someone, I'm gonna do nice things for them.
Yep.
I don't know. Am I supposed to just like kind of treat them like shit and just like,
No.
come over here? I only want pussy. Leave. Your Uber's
I
outside.
know that's the hard part
The
of
mixed
it.
messaging is difficult. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know
it-
what to do. I don't
But you're
know.
not. But
I
you're
can't
not-
be an
but
asshole.
You're
Yeah.
being yourself, and you're doing. They're just so used to be treated like trash. They just expect that. Like, if you're nice to me, this means this, and like
They
they're
associate being nice with they're interested in me
Yes,
for
and
more
so-
than.
But men do that too.
Oh,
Men
no,
do that to
100%.
women all the time. Women are
100%.
speaking. They're like, oh, she feeling me. I gotta get you.
Well, yeah.
But it's
I mean,
like
y'all
for
gotta
women,
get
it's
y'all
more
compliments from
a habitual behavior. So if you're exhibiting boyfriend behavior consistently, then they're going to change their mindset. This is my person. This is who
I
I'm
think that's
spending
dumb.
70% of my time with when I'm not working or I'm not with family. I'm with this person 70% of the time. So I mean, it is not unrealistic to think, well, this is who I'm fucking with.
So that's like borderline to me leading somebody on, because you may not intentionally be doing it if you like this person a lot, not as like beyond say a friend, but if you're hanging out with them a lot and they interpret that as, oh, there's interest in here, this could go someplace in the future.
Yeah.
I can see that's the gray area where like you're not responsible for the person's feelings, but continuing
You have to be cognizant of that.
cater to them
Yeah.
is also going to be an issue, and you are at fault for that.
Yeah.
So then, what do you do if you don't want, like,
If you are
it to go
aware
anywhere?
that you think that they have feelings for you, you need to be open to them, and then I think you need to either, if you don't want anything, you kind of have to shut it down after that.
You have to be, if you're the person that's still like, well, it ain't changed for me. Like I fuck with you, but this is still me. You have to be somewhat of
stronger
an
person.
asshole
Yeah.
to be the stronger person. And sometimes the asshole and be like, hey, listen, I feel like we've been vibing a lot lately and it's great, but I feel like maybe we should, kind of take a step back. And I'm like, what? Why would you like me? Like, because I feel like this is getting to the point where it's starting to feel like this for me. And because of that, I don't want to be like, I'm leading you on. Like, no, it's not leading me on. Like, I know what you're saying, but like,
I was
this
gonna say
is
they're gonna
for-
like
yeah.
you even more.
They're gonna let
Probably.
you
Yeah,
do
but
it.
this
Yeah.
this is for me. That's the more mature way to do it. What
I've
a nigga
tried
would
it.
do would be like on one of those special evenings, like when you come on, it was like, cool, bring another chick with you.
Wait, what?
That was such a big swallow.
me?
Did you hear it?
Me?
I just
Or
heard
one
it.
of those
that me?
one of
Or is
those
that me?
nights when you're supposed to get busy with your person, bring another chick with you. Like, yeah, this such and such. I thought maybe we could
That was a
Nothing
big swallow.
says.
Yeah, I
Flip
heard
it.
it that time. Yeah.
Nothing says this is casual more than bringing another person in. Like, hey, let's
And you get cussed out.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible.
That's
it's
the
very
risk you
possible.
run.
But it's also like an asshole move to like let you know this is still what it is for me.
It's not. I don't think it's being an asshole for me to reiterate what I told you up front, what you agreed to. If that's how you want to take it, that's on you. But that's
I've
not being
definitely
an
had that
asshole.
happen.
And I mean, but that's on that person. And that's all those things are different levels of emotional maturity. I have different situations. I've been married before, and I tell people like I've been married. Well, no, not super in the zodiacs or whatever, but I'm a Cancer, so I'm very nurturing. Just with people in general, I like to take care of people. I like to do things like I'm going to be this person. Now, I may not try to fully be this person if I know it's a situation that I can't, delve into like that. But for the most part, it's just who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change that, but I'm going to communicate with you all the different things, and I'm going to communicate with you where the boundaries are, where all the different stuff lies, and it's okay. If you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, I guess maybe I'm the nigga in this situation.
Hippie be moving like a nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. Listen, but a lot of people,
Like, get
a
over
lot of
it.
people can't. A lot of people can't differentiate between
I'm old
something
too, though.
casual and loose and attaching feelings to it because. Again, like we are creatures of habit. So when something becomes a habit for so long, somebody wants to switch it up with no communication. Even if you told me beforehand, it's just like, but we've been doing this.
What?
So you either have to not have a main, or you have to be ready to deal with this every 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
And that's because that's what it's gonna be. It's either you like, and you. Like I want to see the person that's like I mean super transparent. Like, hey, I want to get out with you. Like, oh, you know what? I can't. This other chick trying to come through. I promise to blow her motherfucker back out.
That's
but
crazy.
what's let's get. I know it is crazy, right? But I want to see somebody do it for like 6 months. I want to see the success rate. See if it's different from a person that's like just gotta go with the flow and try not to hurt the other person's feelings.
I'm gonna tell you.
The one who's more direct, you mean?
Yeah, women keep telling y'all this. When y'all are direct with us, usually, especially up front, at least you're gonna get what you want. It sounds like either way you dealing with all this mess.
Yeah.
So may as well get what you want up front and just be honest and say what you're looking for.
Well, and then you're less in the wrong at the end of the situation.
Because you give them a chance to walk away from it if they don't want
Yeah.
that.
And I'm 100% about backing away because I've been in situations where I'm like, you know what? I don't know how close I'm getting to this line. Like I was cool, and now I feel like the line is close, but I'm not sure. So let me chill. But then, the fuck shit be, calling my name sometimes. And so I'm like, you know what?
The fuck shit be
gotta be
calling my
okay.
name is crazy.
The other thing that you could do is build your roster from out of town.
Yeah.
I done told a couple of homies
Less
it's
accessibility.
like now they
you
have
still
less
got bullshit.
accessibility to get into your crib or inside your crib, right? You really get to say how long this person spends time with you. Like, hey, I'm free from this day you want to fly out now.
That's so much work.
It is, but at the same time, it gives you all the freedom in the world. And because there's that distance and they can't see you every day or every week, like it's no chance for you to think like this is a fit. Baby girl, I fly you out. After 6, there's only so many things that we can do
After
when you.
6 is crazy.
Like when the phone
Get the red eye.
When the
Yeah.
phone.
What are we doing? I mean, but that's like I have a couple of homeboys and homegirls who are in the airline industry. One of my homeboys, he's like, bro, this is what I do. Every city I go to, boom, boom, catch up with somebody, and then they all vacation together. The our flight attendants, the male and a female flight attendants, they vacation together because like they're just living vicariously through the skies. They're like, I'm not finna settle down with somebody and I know I'm going more than half a month. I'm doing turnaround trips, and when I get home, I'm tired. I don't feel like going out. And he's like, I'm just gonna.
Well,
live
I mean,
life right
there's
now.
just certain jobs that people just know. Traveling nurses, I've heard. Yeah.
Damn.
The flight attendants.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
traveling nurses, they're at least on the job for at least 3 months at that location.
No, but I'm not saying like. I'm just saying like they just say they be doing
people
their
not
thing.
your wife,
like they got money.
Oh, yeah,
and they be
yeah.
doing what they want to do.
Oh, yeah.
So people who travel like that,
You right.
maybe stand up comedians.
I was
city
definitely-
to city.
I definitely put that on.
What? No. Okay.
You guys
All
are
me
funny
and-
rappers.
Yeah,
That's-
me and my friends are all quality Okay, foundation-based men and women. We are just
The
focused
stand-up community?
on just doing our
He just
job
did
and
go
getting
city to
in and out of
city.
town. That it. Don't
That
invite me out to no bars, especially none that close to like 3 or 4.
That's crazy.
You know, and don't invite me to no after-hour spots. Don't bring you and your homegirl to the green room to sign no titties. No.
Signing titties. Have you done that before? Have you done
What?
that before?
No, absolutely not.
I've never signed any titties.
Man, I'd sign some titties. Who got? Okay, hit me up, y'all.
Seems a little dated, you know?
You would think so.
What? I think it's for the experience. Well,
But
actually, I don't know what they did
titties
before
are not
that.
dated,
Huh?
so anything you do to them can't
Yeah.
be dated.
Yeah,
That's
it's,
true.
yeah,
I'm
it
at the
is. I mean,
signing
I mean, it's
process.
dated that people have
Oh,
markers on
signing.
them.
Yeah,
but
that's what I was thinking.
but
Like,
if
I think
somebody
that's
wants
the
you to
dated
sign their
part,
titties,
yeah.
they're bringing a marker with
They've
them.
got Sharpies and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
They want you to
eventually
sign it
it's
with your
gonna
dick.
Damn, I don't have a good signature.
go away. Did y'all hear?
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I heard it.
I was,
Your eyes on the camera. Your eyes said.
yeah, I'm not gonna look. I was like, I'm not gonna look over there.
Anybody ever had a coochie signing?
Oh my gosh.
Again.
Oh, sorry.
That'd be. I mean, that's
With,
seems like the same thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Public indecency.
I don't think there's any way to live completely vicariously without being like, you know how they say that there are no billionaires who are victimless.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think it's possible to live completely like without any attachments, without it being that. It's just impossible.
What, feelings and stuff?
Well, yeah, without it being some victims. It's going to be
Yeah,
somebody that
you're the
that,
bad guy in somebody's.
Oh,
story.
absolutely, absolutely.
That's,
Oh,
You're the
yeah, we're
villain.
all the bad guys.
You're definitely the villain in somebody's narrative.
that's crazy.
It is, but it is like.
Pat is a perpetual villain. It sounds
Oh.
like.
No, I'm actually pretty good. I'm pretty nice.
I mean, and the others.
You
on the
can be
other
good
side.
and nice. You can be good and nice, but it's like if you don't fulfill what they want, when they're telling that story, it's not from on me the standpoint of he was
for
up
sure.
front and he did tell me what he did and didn't want, and I was just like, yeah, this vagina gonna change. They're
Oh,
never
yeah,
going
they're never
to be.
gonna tell it like that.
Yeah, they're never going to be completely honest about it. It's just you are a spin artist. You're a gaslighter. You love bomb them. All of those new hot words are going to come into that conversation guaranteed.
I
That's
guarantee.
true. Damn, that is true. I remember a girl said, after we stopped talking, I just thought you were a bad person. And I was like, I've never been told that before.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
That was
Sorry.
last week. No, Pat has like the best sound effects over here, like his little Stanley Cup, the go, and then he said on his chopstick. There's a lot happening.
That just happened?
It's their narrative, so they're going to make themselves either the hero or the victim. And either one of those, you're going to be the villain in. If they're the hero, they beat you out. If you're the victim, you did them wrong. So either way, you're going to be the bad person in that story, man. It is impossible. It's always, and I feel like every relationship kind of like that too. Like you always got one person that like loves a little bit more than the other person. And when that other person doesn't show up as much or in the way that they feel like they always should, then, you know, that's the person that's the bad person.
Speaking of bad people,
Ooh.
I just saw this pop up today on IG. A pregnant passenger. So this is on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
You know how families are always asking, "Can my child sit there?" And people are like, "Hell no." You know what I'm saying? Or can we switch so we can sit next to each other? But this
that's
one is
awkward.
a pregnant passenger asked this guy to switch seats on the plane with her, and people are glad he refused. I don't care if you're pregnant or a family trying to be together or whatever. If you need that, if you know you need that specific seat, then pay for it or deal with the consequences. Do you
Okay, but
think,
why did she need the seat?
man?
Just to sit next to somebody?
I don't know. I didn't. That's all I saw.
Who-
yeah, I don't
who's
think there's
glad?
a why.
Like, what was she doing that people
I
are
don't think the
glad for
pregnant
that, though?
women always explain why they need stuff. To be honest,
Was that the whole story?
that was just the part that they
I gotta
showed.
know context of like the seat in that too. Like how
Because
good of a seat was it?
I only asked
Did she
if
have
my
to pee
seat
a
was
lot?
better. So I'm like, you can upgrade, sit by the window because, you know, it's never like, hey, you have the middle. I mean, I have the middle and you have the window. Can we switch? Because that's like
no,
putting them
I'm
in a
not-
weird position.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not switching with you if you have the middle and I got the window.
No, and she was asking for a specific seat or
We
whatever.
need to get that etiquette back. If you want my seat, I need you to go ahead and cash at me real quick. And do that shit before we leave the air because you ain't finna cancel that bitch in the air. I need
That's
that.
fair. The seat costs about. It depends.
Yeah.
Usually it's like 27, 30 bucks.
What it cost to you, baby?
Oh, that's true. 'Cause they do
Yeah.
cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I book a plane, I buy the seat that I want because I know
Right.
I like a window seat, and
Right.
I'm not leaving it up to chance.
I take the free seat, but I just have to go back further.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm in row 30 something, but it was free and I'm still on the window.
So here's the twist. Apparently, everyone was praising this guy for refusing to swap seats because the pregnant woman was an asshole. Says she was entitled, an entitled pregnant woman trying to guilt him. It says an airline passenger is making waves online for refusing to swap seats with a pregnant woman, with some commenters praising him for standing up to the entitled passenger. The man, whose username is Michael Donnelly, wrote about his situation. I was flying by myself on a 5+ hour flight to visit family over the holidays. I specifically booked and paid extra for an aisle seat in the second to last row because I have medical issues that sometimes require quick access to the bathroom. IBS. Right before boarding, a woman asked me to give up my seat so she could sit closer to the bathroom. She was pregnant, but she didn't seem distressed. He thought it was unfair to be asked to leave a seat he paid for to accommodate his medical condition. The man said the woman even tried in vain to get the flight attendants to mediate the situation after he declined to
now
switch
you
seats.
really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like if I was on the fence about it, this right now,
Right,
it's
and then he's like,
nail in
"Yo,
the
come and
coffin."
get him."
Make him. That's some bullshit.
It says it noted that he incurred the wrath of his own family, who believed that he should have inconvenienced himself and given up his seat.
She didn't have any other thing besides she was pregnant. And so people with invisible disabilities get treated like trash so much too. Like just
I've never
'cause you
heard
can't
it
see.
put like that, but that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, and so because I have, a family member who you wouldn't look at her and know anything was wrong, but she has, like the handicap placard and stuff, and like people, she's gotten out of her car to go in the store and like had people say shit to her because she doesn't look disabled, but they don't know. Like there's fibromyalgia, there's pain, there's all kinds of things that people have going on that you don't know. Like maybe she didn't even walk that much, or she's walked so much that day she just needs to park there.
I mean, my girlfriend got us a handy placard when she was pregnant, and I've been using that every time I can.
That's a really
hey, baby, we're
good
going to the
cheat
store. You
code.
stay in the car. I'm going to park here. But yeah, and pregnancy can become to that point where it is really messing with. But some people, it's just fine. And other people, that lady just sounded like she didn't
That's
have any
tough.
good reason.
Yeah, she didn't have a good reason. She just wanted to sit there.
Yeah.
They said that the flight attendants are at fault for not mediating. At some point, they should have told her to go back to her seat.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, did she like blow up at him?
So she basically resorted to public shaming, with one saying her attempt to
they
involve
should've
them.
stopped that.
Yeah.
They wanted to guilt the person into swapping.
That's when you put your headphones on and turn the volume up louder.
That sucks. You shouldn't be able to.
Like on a
You
plane,
should-
you can't even escape from this
Yeah,
place.
you
You're
can't.
on a plane
So they-
trapped with this
Yeah.
person. Just
Now you've created this
berating
bad
you.
energy, and it has to like sit here with us because I told you no. Like you politely asked, I politely declined. Let's just keep it moving.
Well, and imagine being the person that's sitting next to him. That's like, I didn't sign up for any of this, and I'm
Right.
not involved. But it's right in front of me.
Right.
And it's like,
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
escape it either.
I was at a comedy show a couple years back, and it was at the Comedy Chateau, and I was like front row, and I went by myself, but then I had met this girl outside, so she wound up sitting at the table next to me. This other girl was by herself. I was like, well, come sit at my table. And so it was like three of us, and we're just talking. I'm sharing food. Ryan Davis gets up on stage. This girl would not shut. She's drunk. She said she had just broke up with her boyfriend. She had been drinking all day, and she had been smoking. She was drunk. She was high. She would not shut the fuck up. She kept standing up while he was talking. It was Shantae's show.
Not during Ryan's set.
And it was funny. Mark was
That
there.
was a big mistake.
Yeah, so Ryan's going in on her, but Marche and Mark come up, and I don't know either one of them that well at the time, and so they're trying to remove her, and they're like, okay, is she? So Marche comes over, and I was like, she's not with me. Marche was like, that's all I needed to know. As soon as you said that, they escort. But let me tell you, when everybody was looking at me, like, get your friend.
Yeah.
And at a couple of times, because I was like, girl, be quiet. You know what I'm saying? And I'm texting the other girl, like, what the fuck? I was like, can I come sit with you? So I left the table, and I went and sat with the other girl. They kicked the girl out. She tried to take my sweatshirt. Like, I was like, give me my... So she looked at me. I have it on video. So I sent it to Ryan. I was like, yo, do you remember this? That was me at the table. Like, he was like, oh my God. Everyone in that whole place was looking at me like, get your girl. And I'm like, I just met her tonight. Damn. And now I was like, you know what? I ain't trying to meet new people while I'm out. Like, this is a lot.
I don't know how
happening.
y'all do that. It seems like comedy clubs are like. It seems like that happens every night. Someone gets too drunk and tries to make the show about them.
Not every night. It happens, bro. It happens enough to where it's manageable, and the extreme cases don't happen often enough for me, where it's like I can't do this anymore. Like I haven't had that many extreme cases like that. Only a few that I've ever seen like that bad or anything like that. For the most part, it's usually pretty chill. You might get one person that yells out, but if you check them real quick with something quick with it, they usually fall back in place. So, yeah.
Whew, your boy David Lucas just went through that. God damn.
Hey.
Everybody's hitting me up for a take.
Yo,
I don't have a take. That's comedy.
Exactly. Don't tag me in shit that happens with other comics because I've seen it. Okay, I've seen it just like you seen it, and guess what? I ain't on Club Shay Shay, and I ain't airing shit out. That ain't my business. Yeah, but I will say this: this is nothing new for David Lucas. David Lucas has always been on the side of shocking comedy. Like he that's how he gets down, and it's like. You know, this time just somebody recorded it, but like this ain't new for David Lucas. Like I don't know if you've been to his page, but he was like, getting canceled ain't that bad. That nigga's holding up a picture of a big mouth bass or some type of fish. Like they chilling. He not tripping off of that shit.
Well, I think he understands the rules of the internet, and like this attempt at canceling is gonna make him bigger than he's ever been. You saw the media coverage, like that kind of stuff. It's a cool flash in the pan moment. Like, oh, this is crazy. But in terms of like longevity, I don't think anything's gonna happen to him. If anything, he has more. Like I went over under the comments, and a lot of them were like, "I'm buying tickets to his next show."
Oh yeah.
So,
do you think anybody has ever truly been canceled? Like people go on these cancellation campaigns. But...
I was going to say the whole
my
idea of
God, hold
cancellation is
on.
So wild.
I just went to David Lucas' page again.
some updates.
Tommy Lauren is like, keep on.
Who's that?
Tommy Lauren is
she's
the white chick.
The one who fell off after Trump got elected. She was the white
shit.
blonde chick who was just on social media all the time trying
Yeah,
to support
she's on
him
Fox
and all
News
that.
Radio, on Fox News.
Oh,
She's
now
a
he's getting the
commentator.
wrong type of support.
Bro,
Yeah.
1.9 million followers. And she like, keep on, keep it on.
Ooh, his fan base might shift a little, but
But it was already going
delete
toward that way
my
anyway.
comment.
It was already going toward that way from Kill Tony.
What?
So his fan base.
what, like kind of like middle America
Yeah.
white people?
Yeah.
Is that Tony Hinchcliffe's fan base?
I mean, it's white
White
people
comedy.
who, yeah, I think so.
That's interesting. I didn't think it was that white though.
Niggas is talking shit. Did you cancel your diet too? God damn.
Damn. I don't know. I don't know who's really been canceled. I think if anything, canceling is being blackballed.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've necessarily seen like Twitter do that. It would be like that person blows up, and then the companies that he works for either
That's
stops
the worst
hiring
thing that
him.
happens is that
Right.
you could lose sponsorship
Yeah.
if they're big enough.
Endorsements.
And then it's like, okay, I don't see them as much. But in terms of just pissing the internet off, like everybody's on the internet, so you're gonna piss off probably a small corner of the internet, and then there's other people that get the you get the promo for.
Yeah.
So like you could say even Louis C.K. We haven't
Yeah.
seen him in
Yeah.
anything mainstream since the thing happened, but he's been selling out stadiums. He's been dropping specials just
Yeah.
through his own website. So I think it's about more being blackballed than canceled.
Yeah.
Because you could do the worst shit in the world and still have supporters.
And you'll get blackballed. Well, you'll see people get blackballed for something that's not even wrong. And it's like, but that
Yeah.
person, they don't want to attach themselves to any hint.
Or
of
yeah,
anything.
it's the companies being too timid. Like once something comes out in the media, they're immediately like, okay,
They have to.
We're done with you. Bye. Versus like an actual verdict or waiting for like if it's something legal or if it's like like you could say anything about anybody and get somebody
Yeah.
quote unquote blackballed by bigger companies
Like,
who are afraid of.
I wanted
of
Jonathan Majors to still play Kang. I wanted what's his name, Amber Heard and Johnny
Depp.
Depp. I want Johnny Depp was in the Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah,
tri-
he
and,
was-
and they cut. Oh, when they took him out of there, I was so
Yeah.
mad because his character
They
was
took
just
her
so
out
great.
or him out?
Him out.
Him.
They took him out.
He
They
got
took her out
lost
of
that
something
and he
too.
lost the
Pirates
next
of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
But didn't they give it back once he was acquitted?
He's not gonna be in the next Pirates, apparently.
So you can go through all that.
Yeah, you
Yes.
still look bad enough in the media that Disney's like, well, he's already controversial enough. We'd rather have everybody than half of the people, so we'll just not use him.
Damn, I thought I saw an announcement
But-
about him coming back to Pirates, but maybe not.
That would be.
It was like,
awesome.
man, we gotta
He
see.
would please play such a great character. in
It's like Johnny
Fantastic
Depp or
Beasts.
Jonathan Majors.
both-
Scrap them both.
That's crazy.
They're both gone.
And Johnny Depp's white. That's crazy. No one's safe.
So talking about Disney, y'all. So
She
y'all
shit
all
in his
heard.
bed.
Oh, that was.
That's crazy.
She was still in the Aquaman movie
She
too.
did.
She
Yeah,
still got her
shit
movie.
in the bed.
And
You could tell
I
they
didn't see
cut a
Aquaman.
lot from her role, but she's still in there.
Wait, what movie?
The second Aquaman movie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't see that.
Damn, so he got cut. He got the boo-boo and the
Man
cut.
from two big
But he won.
franchises.
He won.
Yeah.
He won the case.
Yeah,
That's
some
rough.
vindication. They were both probably it seemed like going back and forth. I didn't follow the case.
Yeah.
that
I didn't
well.
either.
It was
so
no one
crazy.
was completely innocent in that whole
A movie will
situation.
come out in a couple years, so we'll just
Yeah.
watch that.
Oh, I was just gonna say I saw this about Disney. So we've all heard the thing like Walt Disney is cryogenically frozen and all this different stuff. And so y'all have heard the conspiracy or whatever the talk that they made the movie Frozen, so that when you search Frozen and Disney together, now all
That's
you'll
all that
find is
comes
the
up.
movie. And so they kind of buried the other talk, the cryogenic talk, by
Has that been confirmed?
by making it's a conspiracy. I don't think there's
No, I'm saying
quite-
just the cryogenic part.
No, I don't think that is confirmed, but that's like there's like two conspiracies now. So the one conspiracy is that he's been. I don't think that's been confirmed.
No.
Okay, yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
it's been confirmed. It's probably fake, but I
Yeah,
mean,
but so on top
Who
of that,
knows?
when they built a new one, saying that
Yeah.
they made that movie specifically for the purpose of linking those two words together. So
That was a
now-
good distraction. That shit
Damn.
is that shit is gigantic.
It was,
now.
it was a very lucrative
right.
distraction
It
too.
could have made a bullshit movie if that was the point. But I've never seen Frozen ever.
Yeah, I ain't
Me
seen that one
either.
either. Not the whole thing.
I've never seen it.
It's 3,
there's the third one coming out. Yeah,
and it's about a princess who can make snowmen come
so
to
it's about
life.
two princesses. One of
Olaf?
them can freeze things. She's got like ice powers, and the other one I don't think is empowered at all. But they're like
Damn.
sisters, and
There's
that's
some dude.
That's
yeah,
the
but
premise.
that's what I know of the story.
Who voices Olaf?
Ooh, there is a good
Ah,
person
shoot.
that voices him.
Yeah, it's like it was his basically his role. Like, oh,
It's not
okay,
Billy Eichner, is it?
I don't have to voice anything ever. I don't have to work ever.
Damn.
Josh Gad.
That's who it
That's
was.
who it is.
That's why you don't hear
Yes.
about him anymore.
He's
Oh,
dope.
really? Josh
Yeah.
Gad?
Who's that?
Yeah, he's dope.
Oh shit. Okay.
There's the
that's
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that newer one that just came out. First of all, soundtrack fire.
Yeah.
Is that Seth Green's or Seth Rogen's?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Seth Rogen.
And
We
then the
outside.
cast, the
We
voice acting
outside.
cast,
The kids they got, yeah.
the kids they
And
got,
the
and the
villain, yeah.
adults. They got like Ice Cube. They've
Ice
got
Cube.
Jackie Chan as
Yeah.
Master Splinter.
Serious?
They've got
Yes.
Post Malone as one of the dudes. He's always singing. he's
Yeah, he's the
So-
gecko.
Yeah, so it is such a great cast.
Yeah, it is.
And the soundtrack, I was up in there. They were singing Annie Up, and I mean,
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah. I was like,
Hilarious.
Oh, it's
yeah.
the Stranger Things kids.
No, it's a different set of kids.
Raphael looks like Mr. Beast.
Oh yeah, Mr. Beast. did
Oh,
this.
this is crazy. I
So,
didn't know they
yeah.
were like they're
So they got
actual
it's
kids.
Io, this
Yeah.
girl who's been blowing up or whatever. She does the voice of April, and yeah. But
How
it
have
was
I
cool
not
that
seen
they
this?
actually got kids to do the voices
Yeah, because
instead
now
of
they
adults.
can grow into the role too. I
Yeah.
think.
So that was really good.
Oh, Michelangelo's a black kid. That's what's up.
Oh yeah, they had Giancarlo Esposito.
John
Yeah.
Cena is Rocksteady.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. In it.
The Rock. Who's Bebop?
I think that was Seth
Paul-
Rogen.
Paul Rudd's in there.
Yep,
Yeah.
Seth
So it's
Rogen
just
is
such a
Bebop.
great cast.
Did Paul Rudd? Hannibal
Yeah.
Buress?
Wait,
Damn.
Ayo was the chick from The Bear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So she's April,
April, yeah.
in that movie. Yeah. So
That's
I really like that
crazy. This is
movie.
insane.
It was when I first watched it, I thought it was claymation with the first
Yeah.
few scenes. I was
It's-
like, yo, and then I saw it was just drawn or
It's
animated
drawn
so
so
well.
specific. It's very much along the lines of the Spider-Verse style. They went really
Yes.
hard on the animation. It made it look really cool.
So for these, are they like computer rendered drawings? Do you think
So
they're
it's
hand drawings?
it's a mix of both. A lot of drawings these days are done digitally.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, everything kind of starts with a pen and paper for a lot of the artists, but it's done primarily digital. But
Usually.
you're still like drawing on a tablet in that sense.
I mean,
And-
being able to color those things digitally has to
oh,
be
exactly.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
The two people who wrote this, I guess Evan Goldberg with Seth,
Mm-hmm.
they wrote Superbad, Pineapple Express, This Is the End,
They've done like
Sausage
all of
Party.
his movies. Yeah.
Like that's Seth Rogen's like main
Yeah.
co-writer.
Mm.
That's crazy to pivot to Ninja Turtles after Sausage Parties.
Is there supposed to be a Pineapple Express 2 coming out?
I've heard that, but so many
Yeah.
people have distanced themselves from
James Franco.
James Franco.
Oh,
Damn, what he
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
long time.
wow.
Oh wow!
You missed that?
Jesus, Pat, where have you been?
I younger, yeah.
Yeah.
Dating people who are not just supposed to be dating.
And starting the acting class and trying to fuck the people in your acting class.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he started?
Me tooing a lot of people who are too young.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's not me tooing his peers. He went to a whole different age group.
He got a tag that says the Weinstein effect on his wiki.
Oh my god!
It was definitely it post
It was around
Probably
that
around
time.
the same time.
So many people did, and Seth Rogen said he would never work with him again.
Really?
Yeah, they've been a ton of stuff together.
Man.
Damn.
Then his brother's an actor too, though.
His brother's blowing up, so I guess
Yeah.
we still got a Franco. But
Yeah,
what's
I
his name?
guess they
David
didn't-
Franco?
Dave Franco.
That'd be
guess,
weird when your sibling does something like that. And
Man, like
you gotta
the
distance
Smolletts,
yourself from
you
all
know,
that. Yeah.
because Journey, she's out here doing her thing. She's been doing it for a long time, and then
And they brother, let me go to the brewery. No. Come on,
I got
brother.
other siblings.
Come
to
on,
take.
man. Don't fuck it up for the family.
I love that the Olsen twins, that their sister is Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, it's a cool.
Yeah, she's done. Yeah, really. I'm like, whoa, I like her. Not that I don't like the Olsen twins, but I'm like, I like what she's doing way better than some Family Matters stuff. Or not Family Matters, Full House.
This is crazy. I didn't know.
Pat's doing a deep dive.
I didn't know. I feel like I've seen him in a movie recently. I should have turned it off.
Man, he agreed to pay $2.2 million after being sued for engaging in sexually charged behavior towards female students. 20 years of sex addiction. James Franco comes clean about harassment. Yeah, it's yeah.
So I guess
It's wild
this
that he
is
can
the
just be like, I'll just give you a bunch of money and I'll just go away for a bit. And
Right.
That's the consequence. It's if you're rich enough, you can break whatever laws.
That's
you
probably
want.
what's been happening behind the Hollywood doors like forever. Just like, all right, take this money. Please don't ruin me.
But you
But
know,
social media catches fire way
Yeah.
too fast now.
how do you think people? So like, say you're on a plane and they're like, all right, we got to bump some people. We'll take 500. You keep holding out, but you're the 500 person, and then someone else gets like $10,000.
You're
Like, how would you feel being the sexually harassed person that took like $5,000, and then you see
Yeah.
someone get $2 million? You'd be like,
You're like,
damn it.
Should have took it the distance.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I never thought of that.
Huh? Yep. Crazy times at Ridgemont High, guys.
We'll watch that movie. We should do that in the Patreon.
Right, watch some of the old movies. that
I'm
always get
totally
quoted.
dropping that clip on the page of I've got of that girl getting like escorted out, and the look she gives me in this camera looks like I
In the
just
comic clip?
betrayed. Yes, I have it on camera.
How
I
long
have a
ago
video.
was this?
A couple 2.5 years ago.
21?
Sometime.
I wanna
Yeah,
see
something
this.
like that.
At the Ryan Davis show?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got it.
And she's getting escorted. I think Mark's in the video because I said it to him. I was like, Mark, this is you. So he's helping take her out. But yo, she gives me the death stare.
Oh yeah.
What'd you do?
you were her out.
She looked at me like I came with her. I gave her all the alcohol and drugs. Like I took my sweater out of her arms because she was packing it up to take with her, and she looked at me like, "You not gonna stop them, bitch? No, I don't even know you."
So you're like, can I just grab my sweater real quick?
Oh man, yeah.
Oh man.
It was she gives me such a death stare. It was oh, sorry, but before we,
This is a big paragraph.
I just want to show you this to here. Did you see what Biden posted on his page after the Super Bowl last night?
No,
It was
I'm
so
afraid to
creepy.
now.
It was
Is he allowed to
Yeah.
post his own things?
He posted this and says, "Look, just like we drew it up and tagged the Chiefs."
just
and
like we drew it up.
And it's this. I'm gonna put it on the screen, but it's this weird picture where his eyes are just bright
Glowing?
red,
Yeah, it's
glowing.
like the boys.
It's so weird.
Oh wait, I did
Why would
see
you say
someone
that?
went further with that and like memed it, but that was already a meme with him with those eyes. He probably
Yeah.
misinterpreted what the picture was and like. thought
He
it was
posted
something
it
else.
on his presidential page.
Just
on
like we
IG and
drew it
Twitter.
up? That sounds so suspect. From the president, just like we planned, guys. Whoa.
It was so creepy.
You can't be saying that.
Hey man, listen. You know he's still figuring it out. But listen, guys, it's about that time for us to get on out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching Patreon. What up, though? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Cause some of y'all stayed the whole time, man. Appreciate that. As always, want to thank our special guest, Miss Hippie, for coming on. Hippie, you want to drop some knowledge where they can find you and find your shows and all of that?
Yeah, at Hippie Goes on everything. And you can find all my shows there because everything's posted in all the places. Yeah. Thanks.
Well, there it is. We appreciate you. And we appreciate you guys at home for watching. As always, I'm Tahir Moore.
I'm Patrick Cloud.
And this has been another episode of Damn Internet, You Scary. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.